All right.
That's what my Varia suit split should be named.
All right, Bash. I'm ready.
2 seconds Gecko advantage Kappa.
I don't know. If you want fusion suit, you better start going right now because in a little bit we're not going to use it at Twitch
Oof.
chat.
Shout outs to Justin for switching back to fusion after resetting in his GDQ run.
Yeah, guys, um, if you want fusion suit, get those ones pressed. If not, then we're going the good content way. So
Turn that HUD lag off.
I think I did. Yep, we're good.
All right.
Bash, do you do the Whiskers IS cancel and Rune Fountain?
I do now. I'm pretty decent
Ooh,
at
good.
it. I don't do it like the most optimal way, but I think I still save time over the way I used to do it. So
All right. It looks like we're using normal suit.
All right.
So
Normal suit.
thank you, Twitch chat, for not.
I forgot to
destroying
do
our
something real
eyesight.
quick.
I'm of the opinion that the donation goal for GDQ should be to take fusion suit away.
Maybe
It
next
should.
year. Maybe next year when I get my alt upgrades running.
Oh, no.
I like how you and I routed that link, and then we
Oh, low percent
then-
all upgrades.
not just low
So-
percent all upgrades, but just all upgrades. And I never ran it. All right. I think everyone's ready to go here, so let's do this. You guys gonna go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right. I've kept everyone waiting for. I mean, I could filibuster the stream a little more, but I think Rasu will get upset. So let's go ahead and just let's just get.
Yeah, you don't
going
want
here.
to upset Rasu. He's a cool guy. All right. Thank you, Twitch chat. All right, and here we go. It's going to be some good content. All right, so Metroid Prime is a very movement-based game. There's not a whole lot of well, I mean the movement is pretty broken, but there's not a whole lot of tricks you're going to see besides just the movement. And let's
There's
see if we
lots
can
of
get
tricks, but nothing too glitchy looking.
well, in the movement at least.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dumb crap.
Shoutouts to
Alright.
I want to say Hazel and Justin for finding a new way to save time in the first room of the game with the bunny hop.
Oh yeah.
I'm too scared to do that, so.
All right, so what you just saw Bash do there is called a scan dash. That's going to be the main form of movement this run. So basically, whenever you target something in the game, there's an intended game mechanic where you can lock on and you can like jump to the side. It's supposed to be like a dodge. So what happens when you do that is you dash and the game has you speed up really fast and then slow down really fast. But if you let go of the lock on in the middle of the dash, you keep all your speed and you never slow down and you just go flying.
Yeah, it's like one of the coolest corner cases of the way that Prime 1 works, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. So there's no sideways speed cap, and that's why it's so broken in this game. In the future Prime games, they ended up putting in a sideways speed cap so that you can't go above a certain speed. We have some great frigate.
Yeah, Frigate's really known for really being just boring and stop and go. Every single door you have to wait.
All right, Cody, do you want to explain the trick you found in Biohazard?
Oh, okay. So, what Bash is doing right now, the old trick they used to do here, they used to do 2 double bomb jumps in order to make it up. But what he's gonna do is he's going to unmorph on the pipe, and then you can get stuck in a corner here, and then you can just get stuck, and then it's gonna reposition you up above where you were if you flick backwards at that point. And that's called the Cody ledge. It's just a reposition. It skips the bomb jump and it saves a little bit of time. And it's a lot easier than the other
It's
ones.
really
so
great.
that's good.
It's so nice.
It's easier and faster,
Yeah,
and
you-
it's a new strat from like a year ago.
So if you
It's
notice, I did
faster
a
if you
single.
don't like them.
I did one double bomb jump to get up to the where Cody Ledge is done. You normally had to do like a series of 2 double bomb jumps to make it up to the platform, and it was just really annoying. And I never actually did it because by the time I stopped doing the slow strat, Cody had found Cody Ledge. So.
Yeah. I only found it. Oh wait, you should probably explain this
So
first.
coming up is the first boss of the game. It's very
Oh, yes,
fast,
don't
assuming
blink.
I don't screw it up. So don't blink.
Don't blink or you'll miss it. I mean, is this even really a boss?
Yeah, it has a health bar.
All right. So the reason that works is because normally you're supposed to scan or the game has you scan the boss. You're encouraged to scan as many things as possible in the tutorial, and that includes this boss. And for whatever reason, it has 2 lock-on points, and the other one, it'll change to basically from its body to its mouth, and the mouth takes like what, twice or 3 times as much damage from missiles, or just from
I think it's
your
double.
shots. But the
boss
hitbox
has
is always
2
there, so I can just aim up manually and just use a trick that's called rapid fire missiles, where I'm canceling the missile launcher every time I fire a missile. So that way I can fire like 3 missiles at a time instead of like 1. Lots of DPS that way. So that in combination with the damage modifier for Parasite Queen just makes it die in like 3 seconds.
Wait, Bash,
I'm not.
hold up.
I'm going the right way. You
Bash,
good?
you went the wrong way. What are you doing?
So, in that
Ash.
room I was just in with the exploding Parasite Queen and the space pirates that died, the correct way is to move left. That's the game developer intended way, where you are supposed to go through these series of ventilation shafts. But if you move right and clip through a wall, you can go out of bounds and essentially just wall crawl your way back to like the main entrance.
Yeah,
sort of the
it
way you came in
saves-
normally. That way's blocked off in bounds, which is why you have to go this way.
Yeah,
It saves about
It's-
a minute in game time.
But it's
the
like a
frigate
few
wall
minutes
crawl.
RTA. It's a huge RTA time save.
it
It's like
saves
1.5
up to a minute in-game time, and then another 45 or so seconds RTA because of cutscenes. It's just a more direct path to the main docking hangar,
Nice
whatever the
bunny
first
hop
room's
there,
called.
Bash.
Thanks. I have trouble with that dash
So-
for some reason.
Yeah, so bunny hops
was-
in this game.
wasn't very
If you
good.
hold R, you're kind of locked into your momentum, but you keep a lot of your speed when you hold R.
And right here, movement is
Uh,
called L jumping too.
Yes. Yeah. We should
I know.
probably talk a little bit about movement here. So L jump. So just jumping in general is faster than walking in this game, and you always want to jump and hold L.
So
then
every time
other
you see the
thing is that you
crosshairs come up, I'm holding down L, and then I'm
Yeah.
letting go after like a quarter of a second, and that's because of some weird the way that movement kind of works in Prime. It's odd. You like slow
accelerate
down
at
for
the
a
end of
bit,
your jump.
and then you speed
Yeah.
up. So holding L skips the part where you slow down. It's weird.
Yes. And then you can, after that, you can even implement R, which what you do in an R jump is you lock your momentum and then you turn to the side, so that, like I said, there's no sideways speed cap in the game. So when you turn to the side, you start speeding up.
Also, shouts to the first and last instance of grapple beam, unless I meme and get it later on in the run.
Can we see a grapple dash just because?
He's not doing the out of bounds because it's really hard and it sucks. He will do an out of bounds.
I actually started grinding it during GDQ, and then I haven't played the game in a while, so.
Yeah.
Also, Arubi asked the question, is this Halo? And that brings me
Yes.
back to 2002, 2003, when it was like, oh man, which one's better, Halo 2 or Metroid Prime? Even though they're clearly
Lol.
different games.
Metroid Prime. But yeah, Bash will do one out of bounds, so if you're hoping for out of bounds, you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, I have the fastest time in this game out of anyone here. And Frigate Wall Crawl is easily the hardest trick I do and probably will do for a long time.
Okay, that escape could have been better. It's not great, but that's pretty good considering I'm technically out of practice, but I'm not feeling too rusty, so I think this will be a pretty fun run.
These need our separate category.
These need a very
Need
separate
a
category.
separate category.
Also, if you do the out of bounds wall crawl, this cutscene happens while you you skip the cutscene that causes you to lose your items, but there's a check
You
when
lose
you
your
land on
items
the
again.
planet that just removes your items anyways, so that it's impossible to. Unlike Echoes, it's impossible to. Right now, it's impossible to skip item loss.
All right, and coming up next, what Bash is about to do is the most broken trick in the entire game. This is
One
easily
of them.
saves
It's
the most.
amazing.
Yes, it saves the most. I'm pretty sure it saves the most time out of any trick in this game, and it's like one of the easiest tricks too. It's called space jump first. So, with the power of scan dashing, we can get up on this ledge where space jump is, and then get space jump first.
Yeah, anyone who has played this game casually knows that this is completely broken and you're not supposed to have it this early. It's like you only get space jump a third of the way in, but like a third of the way into the game, but space jump is just conveniently placed right behind the
Yes.
ship, so you can just kind of just get it.
Mid-game item.
I'd say for any percent, 100%, space jump is like the most powerful item to have in the game. It's incredibly useful. It gives you so much utility in ways that are
Yeah.
more obvious and some that are more subtle. Like it's crazy.
Oh, yeah, the biggest thing that it's going to do for Bash here is that when he scan dashes, he now gets to scan dash for twice as long because he now has 2 jumps instead of 1.
And then it also enables me to do like full-on R jumps as opposed to just bunny hopping, to sort of maintain my position, to maintain my speed in the air in places where I can't really do a dash sideways.
And he's going to use it to skip 2 Chozo Ruins bosses.
You can also do a quick, cool trick right here called double jump dash, where, oh, hold on, let me show
Double
this
jump
off real
dash.
quick. Oh, so first instance of space jump being useful is you can jump up this half pipe.
Yeah,
And we
so
got missiles.
against this half pipe, he's using what's called a slope jump. Whenever you jump against a slope in this game, the game adds speed to it adds vertical speed, and so you just go higher than you're supposed to when you jump and slide against a slope.
Yeah, even with space jump though, you can actually just jump from a upper ledge. You don't even have to do any glitches. You can just jump straight to the ledge with space jump boots.
Oh yeah, that too. But it's faster to do the slope jump.
Also, we got a boss fight coming up to get Morph Ball. Just kidding.
Just kidding. You
I didn't
kind
make
of
it all
just
the way to
jump
Morph
over
Ball
it.
though, so that wasn't that good of a dash.
So this game is traditionally timed using in-game time, which means that whenever you have direct control of Samus, the timer is running. So it doesn't include cutscenes and it doesn't include pauses.
So I can actually jump back
And
over
map
the
screens.
the boss fight trigger, the cutscene trigger that like starts the boss fight. But for in-game time, it's faster just to go in. It repositions me.
Yeah, and it unmorphs you too.
Yeah, and
Yes, that too.
and
it-
as a result, you're going to be hearing this super cool, super fabulous music for the next 3 or 4 minutes, because
Really
there's no
sets-
other, there's no other music trigger coming up until just before the next boss in the area.
Really sets the mood.
all right, so that pause right there is just a bit of in-game time, and I think technically RTA optimization.
It does save RTA actually.
It's one of the few rooms in
Yeah.
the game that is actually loaded automatically when you enter that like fountain room. Loads are weird in Prime.
Yeah, so basically how that
Oh, that was
that
amazing.
room is just really weird.
Do you see that? That was
it's nice.
awesome.
I did, but it didn't save time.
I know.
Sorry, Bash.
No, it's okay. I'm kind of just playing instinctively and not going by muscle memory right now, which is not the best. Although I beat the load there, so that's good. That's good
It's
gameplay.
also worth noting that we're playing on the NTSC 1.0 version of the game, the first release of the game for the US, because in later versions, dashing in the scan visor was patched, and a few other things were patched.
Yeah, you can actually still dash with the other visors in all the other GameCube versions. Technically, I think the mechanic kind of changed. I think the way they did it in Trilogy is that you no longer just have that maintain that speed. I think they gave you a speed cap or something. So like your momentum can't be transferred into a dash. Also, I jumped up way up there. That's cool.
Oh, over the top of the platform.
Yeah.
Literally too good at dashing. Good job, Bash.
Bash W.
Alright, he's gonna
Yeah.
shoot this missile door here that's really important for later. So remember this door that he's shooting the missile lock off of.
Yeah, remember that for like
It'll be
the
like in-
next 20 or so minutes.
Yes.
Probably like 25, 30 minutes.
No, 20 because you're gonna go fast.
All right, I am going fast. That's right. That's right.
Just go
we need to do
faster.
this.
Just go faster and you can make it to the door in 20 minutes.
So, it's not immediately apparent how useful space jump is. Like, the item acquisition hasn't been really different so far. It's just it's been a lot more optimal. So we can skip high
Yeah.
totem because getting a missile expansion. I think Link explained it. Missile launcher is just a missile expansion with a cutscene attached to it. It does the game as long as you have a missile obtained, the game lets you fire missiles. It's how the game interprets you, like being able to fire missiles.
So this
Yeah.
boss is called Incinerator Drone, and it's one of Runner's worst, like least favorite parts of the game.
It's an
because,
auto-scroller that can vary in
Yeah.
length based entirely
Yeah.
on luck.
Basically,
Yeah.
how it works is there's 4 phases, and each time you need to shoot the eye with the charge beam shot.
So
is
I
the
can
best way to
lose.
do it.
I can lose up to 35 seconds, although that's
Yeah,
pretty
the
rare to lose
first
that much
phase-
time.
The first phase can be anywhere between 8 to 13 seconds, I think, and then all the other 3 are between 15 and 25 seconds.
Yes.
So
Ah.
basically, the best possible boss fight is 35 seconds
It's
slower
actually
than the
pretty good.
boss.
It's actually a really good Zoid so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can tell if it's a good Zoid or not if the music loops. If the music doesn't loop, you've had good luck. If the music loops, you've had bad luck.
But yeah, this boss, it's actually called Incinerator Drone, but runners just call it Zoid, which is kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing because it's named after David
The
Zoid
developer.
Kirsch, who was a senior software engineer at Retro at the time, and programmed this boss among a few other.
Yeah, he's
things.
responsible for like some of the most annoying like luck-based parts of the run. It's amazing. Also, hold on.
Which is
We
sad.
still love him.
Yeah, I got it. Let's go.
That loses time, Bash.
I know.
It's
This is be like
it's
8. It's like a few frames. It's great.
So
Yeah,
what Bash just
that-
did there was
It was a frame.
he
perfect
got a
unmorph.
frame perfect unmorph that loses time.
the best strat in the game, dude.
Good job. Yes.
All right, so if I were truly a pro gamer like both Cody and Link here, I wouldn't be doing this puzzle. Well, actually, maybe I'm thinking of 100%.
I still don't do it.
In 100%,
Yeah.
it's sometimes beneficial to do that puzzle anyways, but essentially you would skip the puzzle and come back, and when you come back during Chozo 2, you do the Ice Beam before Flagra wall crawl, except you do it after Flagra, just because it's more optimal to do it now in 80% after Flagra's dead.
Yeah, because we're really
Very
good at timing
classic
things.
out of bounds sequence break.
Yeah. Shoutouts to Flamencipator in the chat for basically,
He wrote the book on
Basically-
wall crawling.
yeah, literally, not even kidding, wrote the book on wall crawling. He back
What a
in
guy.
back in like 2004-ish, I think, was like labbing it. He'll be able to know, but back then wall crawling was banned and it was like looked down upon, and he received a lot of flack for trying to like lab out this stuff. So shoutouts to him for just doing that, because it's really good, and that's all I have to say about it.
At a top level, runners don't usually go for that missile. I always go for it because it doesn't really lose much time and it makes late game more consistent. I'm also safety saving here in case Flogger goes wrong. I doubt
that
Flogger
missile-
will go wrong, but you can never be too safe.
Yeah, that missile that Bash got costs 4 seconds. Most runners get it. But it costs 4 seconds, and it makes the end game and late game a lot more consistent with missile RNG.
Gee,
Alright,
Cody,
so
are
right
you sure
here-
it's not?
So in case
Are
you
you
weren't
sure it's
aware, you can actually stand on a lot of things in this game. So I can just stand on top of this War Wasp hive, and
Yeah,
there we go.
you can stand on a lot of stuff that apparently doesn't even exist, because that has no collision. Well, I mean, it has no texture.
This
So
trick
it's
right
in-
here is also 1.0 exclusive, and I am losing my bearings here because the camera is incredible.
Good camera.
Also, I interrupted you, Link. I apologize.
You're good. I was just gonna make a dumb joke.
You are free to make that dumb joke.
So, shoutouts to how we didn't time things like 10 years ago. So, basically, until, like, before the community just had their stuff together, whenever we had a trick, and whenever it was a small time save, we just said it saved 8 seconds. And whenever it was a big time save, we just said it saved 45 seconds without actually timing it.
IBPF saves
So-
45 seconds.
Yes. So eventually we ended up getting our stuff together and actually timing things. But before then, that was literally what the community did. It's kind of sad, but you know. Oh well.
Alright, so this
interesting,
is
Cody.
Flagra. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
Flagra we're on. It's one of the prime examples of how broken Space Jump is, especially in the early game, because we can just dash across stuff and basically skip the entire fight. So the bomb slots where the vines are, they're just damage triggers, and the damage trigger extends outside, and you can just hit it with a bomb from outside. So you can just dash to them. And
Also,
it's
this
really
boss,
fast.
this boss is like 10 seconds of actual gameplay and like 2 minutes of cutscenes.
It's a really fast boss.
It's
Yeah.
so much. It's a lot of fun because, well, optimally the boss fights are roughly 20 seconds in-game time, but each phase is like something like a 20-second cutscene. Plus, the item you get afterwards is a 35-second cutscene.
Oh yeah. Can we get some resident sleeper in the chat?
Yes,
against the
Resident
boss?
Sleeper.
This is actually a really good Flogger. Although I almost screwed up the second bomb slot, and I just screwed that up. That's fine.
Man, I'm getting really tired. I'm gonna go take a nap. See you
I
guys
mean,
later.
Flogger's kind of taking a nap right now.
Wake me up when we get Varia suit.
Flogger
Yeah.
pub crawled a little too hard tonight.
Alright, so that was
Gonna sleep it
Flagra.
off.
You didn't make any mistakes, did you? I don't think you did.
I did the first dash a little weird, but I still landed on top of the bomb slot, so... I think I just
still
morphed a
worked.
bit early, but it was fine. That dash isn't... It's pretty consistent for me.
This is the version 0-00 NTSC version. It's the GameCube disc run on a Wii. 'Cause
Essentially, it's like the
Wii
1.0
prevents-
US version, yeah.
Yeah. Also, the Wii console actually prevents a few crashes that the GameCube is susceptible to. So all runners just use a Wii.
Oh
But they're
yeah,
GameCube disc on it.
Angora makes a good point about the incorrect or the buggy Flagra music file that's present.
Yeah, they fixed it in Trilogy, I think, right?
All right. So now we have Varia suit. The next thing that's gonna happen, it's called Early Wild.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit of serious time for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I just need to not talk.
Yeah, let's just let Bash focus while he does this.
Also, I realize bunny hopping here is faster, but I morph here because I'm dumb.
All right.
Here we go.
Morphing is good.
That was close. Not done yet. Okay, we're good.
Yeet. Alright,
So-
good
Alright.
job, Bash.
So what I did there was what's called infinite bomb jump. So it just so happens by sort of pushing myself into the wall there, my fall speed kind of just lowers. Like I don't fall down as fast, and it allows me to lay bombs at a rhythm that's enough to always reset the timer, the bomb timer. It's
Yeah, I think it's 5 seconds, right?
yeah, it's 5 seconds after you lay the no, it's 3 seconds after you lay the first bomb.
Ah, right. Yeah, so right when he lays the first bomb, the bomb timer starts counting, and then 3 seconds after that, all of your bombs refill, no matter how many bombs you have left.
So you're expected to come here way later in the game, like probably halfway through after you beat Thardus. You need
Yeah.
Spider
Oh,
Ball
yeah.
and Super Missiles.
Yeah, doing this trick skips Spider Ball and Super Missiles. So
It seriously saves like 20 minutes of
It's
time.
a huge
so
time
fast.
save.
It's a huge skip. It's like the second biggest skip, honestly,
Also,
besides
I just walked into the
Space
laser,
Jam
I think,
first.
so
That's alright. It's only a 1 second time loss.
free time loss, dude.
This fight's
These
going
ghosts
okay.
are RNG. Yeah, so ghosts are RNG depending on where they spawn, how long they take to
oh, I killed
re-
all three of them. Whoops.
what attack they use, etc. So they're really random and really rude.
I thought I
Yeah.
still had one more left, but I killed it, so we're good. That was pretty okay.
Yeah, that wasn't terrible. They kind of ran around the room a lot though, but they reappeared in a decent amount of time though, which is nice.
Yeah, they can, if they want to, they can sort of just stay hidden for as long as they want. And the problem is that even though, for whatever reason, if they're disappeared, you can't hit them unless you actually like have X-ray visor turned on. And because we don't have X-ray visor, it's no good.
Yeah.
It's
So
annoying.
now the run can actually begin.
Yes,
That's fine.
we're out of
They behaved
Chozo.
very nicely. I kept
We're out
managing
of
my ghosts
Chozo.
pretty
This is
okay.
where the run can start to pick up.
Yes, Magmore 1 is where the speedrun actually starts, and we get to have fun. That's where the good movement is and all the cool stuff. So, right now, what Bash is doing, he's gonna go to Findrana Drifts and go get Wave Beam and Boost Ball.
I'll be
So he's
collecting
gonna
an
pick up
artifact on the way too.
Yes, he's gonna pick up an artifact on the way. I'm not sure what the intended thing was
I tried
for
doing
this
the
artifact.
SJ strat.
I'm not sure if you were intended to have super missiles for this or not, but you can just do it with 2 missiles. and
Yeah,
blow
for
up the
some
pillar.
reason, it's implied that you're supposed to come back here when you get super missiles, but you can just use 2 missiles and break the rock open. It's not patched in any version, including the latest trilogy versions, so I don't know why they imply you have
I think it was
gotten this
like a
late in
player's
the
guide
game.
or something that implied that. I don't think it was like in game itself.
Or Kirby Master.
It was just more of, hey, this thing here had a thing all along, and you had X-ray visor, and oh look, there it is. At least that's kind of my best guess, but who knows?
Yep, so we're just making our way to Fintrani here.
Thanks. I wasn't trying to go that way, but okay.
Triclops are pretty mean, by the way.
Yeah, Triclops are just kind of... they're just mean. They just like to waste your time.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, we're fine.
Uh-oh.
I tried to bunny hop and I failed.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's okay, Bash. You did it.
Alright, so this is Monitor Station. It's a really cool room, don't blink.
Pressed R way too late and I still made it.
It's fine. You can make that without R. This energy tank actually does just lose 8 seconds to get. It's not even part of the meme,
Is it too late to get slow on commentary?
probably.
I'd have to balance his audio potentially, but who knows? Oh, is he here? I mean, we can have him here. I don't mind. He's low, dude. I like that dude.
Zlo has good memes.
Yeah, let's get him in here. He's here for the best part of the run anyway. He didn't really miss too much. Alright, so this is Vendrana. I'm about to enter like the main hub room for early Vendrana. I'm gonna let this cutscene play out. If I get to the point, there's a point in the cutscene where Samus gets repositioned more forwards, and so it saves me the second or so that I would have to walk forward right here. And I can immediately
this is
just
an example of wasting RTA to save in-game time.
yeah.
These are some really cool dashes, by the way.
Yeah, and this is
Oh.
another benefit of having space jump early is that normally you're expected to go get boost ball and then come all. Oh, what am I doing? I need to do the full strat. And I'm not doing it right, but whatever.
Alright, so right here, Bash is gonna wait out this cutscene because Samus walks forward. It's another one of those in-game time saves
I'm way
I
past
talked
that.
about.
Cody,
Oh,
I think you're lagging.
Wait. Nope, I was looking at the wrong stream. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oops.
Oops.
All right here,
Well,
I'm dashing
anyways.
through. This room's actually cycle based, so I want to be just fast enough, and that was good. It was pretty clean.
Good job.
So right here,
Vendrana Canyon is one of those rooms that you lose a lot of time if you fall.
Yeah. So Space Jump is still considered a relatively early item. It's actually, you would actually get it right after getting Boost Ball, but because I have it, it saves you from doing this huge backtrack back to Challenge Overworld to go get the Space Jump boots, only to come back and get Wave Beam, which is coming up
Oh,
next.
yeah. And it saves time because his movement is just really smooth with Space Jump. NSJ movement is not quite this smooth.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy just how much easier. Well, I'm gonna say easier, but there are other factors you just don't even have to worry about because you have Space Jump.
Yeah. But mostly it's just that his dashes are twice as fast. Or
Also,
twice
this
as long,
cutscene is unskippable. It's amazing.
rather. Yes, the Space Dragon is back.
Alright, so those of you who haven't seen a Metroid Prime speedrun, you're going to really like this, because it's a good trick.
I'm wondering if I should safety save. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that here.
You already have your
You already have one.
save, right?
All right, yeah. So
I
we're doing the
personally
one
like-
out of bounds that I do in the route called Wave Sun. It's very easy to actually
Yeah.
go out of bounds here, but the West of the Wall Crawl can be punishing if I don't do things right. So
Yes, it's called Wave Sun because he's going to get Wave Beam and Artifact of Sun at the same time. And
Oh,
we'll
by
explain
the
how
way-
that-
I'm past the worst part though, so we're good.
By the way, everyone please welcome in Imslow. He has good memes.
What's up, Amslo?
Hi, I'm here. I was doing dishes and lost track of time.
Hey, you're being responsible, man.
Yeah.
Responsible adult.
All right, so
All right. So this
all
is
this
the
movement's
hard-
choreographed.
Oh yes.
I can't just walk
Yeah.
on whatever I want.
Yeah,
You have to
out-of-bounds in
walk
this
on
game
the
is
edges.
incredibly. Out-of-bounds in this game is incredibly difficult. It looks hard and it is hard.
It's hard to do fast. It's easy to lose time.
Oh.
Okay.
It's like you were gonna fall there. All right. So right
was really
now
good.
the active room is the Chapel of the Elders access right now, and that's really important for this room because right now he's in
It's
Chosen
this
White
tunnel that's
Left.
through that door that's in that cutscene right there. It thinks I'm in that room
Yes.
right now when I'm actually not.
And that is important because it stops some of the collision checks here, so he's gonna get stuck in the wall. And so now what he's doing is he's doing a trick called infinite speed. So this one's quite a lot to explain, but basically it takes about 50 seconds, and right now Bash is stuck in this wall and he's holding one direction,
Yeah.
and his angular speed is going up exponentially.
Yeah, like I'm rotating
And-
faster and faster and faster and faster. It doesn't look like
Yes.
I am. It looks like I'm just flickering in place, but
Yeah.
I'm actually spinning really fast.
Yeah. So what's happening is his speed is going up exponentially, and eventually it's going to get so high that the game can't count it anymore, and it's going to give him not a number speed or nan speed.
Yeah, it bypass.
And when you have
Oh, sorry.
you get it. When you have nan speed and you boost into a wall, the game doesn't really know what to do, and it just like for whatever reason it returns all collision checks to true. So basically, the game will think that he's touching every actor in every loaded room. So right there, he touched Artifact of Sun. He touched a bunch of enemies. He touched the wave beam, and he touched the cutscene trigger for the start of the boss fight, which is why there was 2 Samuses. And you didn't see it, but he has the Artifact of Sun now, and now he can just leave and not have to come back here later.
Say goodbye to early Finjana, because we're not coming back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that infinite speed. Oh, what am I doing?
Quantum speed glitch.
What if
Quantum
early
speed
Fendrana
glitch.
asks really nicely?
Sorry.
Goodbye. We're not wasting another minute. Oh yeah,
Oh.
infinite speed saves 45 seconds, Kappa.
So there's actually an inbounds version of that infinite speed to get the Artifact of Sun that early. It's slower just because you have to do the boss fight, but it's the
Yep.
same exact sequence break. The version I do is just
Also-
faster because it lets me get 2 items at once and it lets me skip a boss fight.
Yes.
But
Also, the wind-up is a lot slower because it's a big room and a lot is loaded at once and it's laggy,
yeah,
but
so
that
there's
doesn't-
RTA,
it
but there's
doesn't-
no in-game time loss from doing it in a laggy room.
right?
Yeah. So for some reason, holding left for 50 seconds into a wall is fast.
Don't.
And we're
don't
also gonna do it again.
It just is Kappa.
Yeah. We're gonna do it again too.
All right, so we're going back to
So
Chozo,
around
but we're
the
getting this
different
artifact on the way, and apparently
Yep.
doing that. That's good.
The route that Bash is doing is called the double IS route, named after obviously doing IS twice.
Actually, in this
It's
room,
also
oh,
because
sorry.
it's also called the Remy sucks at bars route
Yep.
because the previous any percent route. Oh no.
Yeah. There's
The
a really hard
previous
bomb
any percent
jump.
route. Yeah. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying that the previous any percent route would involve a bomb jump over some
Bars.
It's a really specific and precise bomb jump, and it's just hard in general. And so this one runner named Remy, one day was just fed up with losing runs to it, so he he told someone to time the 2 routes that were known, and it was the old route, and then it was this route they timed, and apparently this new route is actually faster in game time.
And in that
So it's just called
statue
the Remy
room,
sucks at bars route.
there's actually a way to skip the second IS that's actually coming up in about, I want to say 5 minutes or so. Where in the statue room that I was just in, there's a power bomb expansion that normally you need power bombs for. Also, that's the cool missile. It's very cool.
I love
Very cool.
Can we?
So there was an out of bounds that was discovered earlier this year, thanks to efforts of T3 and Benme, and so with a proper wall crawl, which it's still being labbed, you can get the power bomb expansion before you even go into Vendrana, and it saves like I want to say 25 seconds over doing the infinite speed.
So
Spam
basically
this
it
head
saves 8
to keep
seconds.
Bash out of red.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's a good move.
Good meme.
Yeah, at one point Zlo was like, "Yeah, you look like an Easter Island head," and and then I compared myself to an Easter Island head, and I'm like, "Yeah, I agree."
Yeah. Zlo is just a very, very honest person.
Very honest.
He just says what's on his mind, for better or worse.
All right,
Spam
so
this
coming back to
head
Chozo here
back
for some
up.
cleanup. Also, we need to go get Ice Beam. All right, hopefully I do this trick right.
Ice beam. Oh, this dash is awesome.
Yeah, except I failed it, so that's fine. Let's back up. I'm not losing too much time here.
Don't hold R during it. It's a lot easier if you don't hit R.
I tapped it. I just didn't
Oops.
press it right. I think I pressed it too early. Yeah, so I just
doing
kept
the
needing
eagle dash?
Spider Ball. Also, I unmorphed early, but that's fine.
Yeah, so on the topic of slope jumps, if you slope jump underwater, you get even more speed than you would get out
Yeah,
of
you-
water. So
If you don't have gravity suit and you slow jump underwater, you gain considerable amounts of height. It's ridiculous. So it skips like the one of the two like gravity suit locked areas. For the sake of this
Oh,
run, that's like the
yeah.
one gravity suit
oh,
locked part.
Yeah. Major items that we do not
Oh,
get
hold
at
on.
any percent because they're slow.
Yeah, that worked. I'll count that as hole in one. That's good.
Oh, it counts.
oh, that was a hole in one.
But yeah, we
Alright,
save
the run
time
is
in this
valid.
route by skipping gravity suit. We skip spider ball. We skip super missiles. What else do we skip? We skip. I don't remember what else. But yeah, we don't get any of those items because they're slow, obviously.
All right, now you might be thinking, why am I going this way? I don't have grapple. I can get a missile expansion, but that's really it. Like,
Yes.
well, you'll find out. In
We're
just
gonna
a second
hold.
here.
We're gonna hold left for another 50 seconds.
Yay! Who's ready for some more gameplay?
A minute.
It's funny.
Take it or leave it.
So
it's
the
funny
reason-
because there was.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I was just gonna say a meme.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
I was just saying that it's funny because one of the videos that came out of GDQ of the prime races were just like 4 people doing this all at once, and it was just like riveting gameplay.
Bad content.
I tweeted this during Justin's run. I have no regrets. I think Remy did too.
Yeah. So, the route where you hold left for 50 seconds twice is really good.
It's very fast. It's actually fast.
Remy,
Even though I'm just
Thank you,
here
Remy.
holding it one direction, I'm just holding a direction on the stick for. I'm literally just holding down left right now on the control stick, and then I'm just holding down B because for whatever reason it doesn't lag the game as much. It's weird.
Wait, really?
well, it's because it points the camera downwards and not as much liquid is being loaded.
And again, I boosted into the wall. Also counts if you do it into a slope. And I got the power bomb expansion there.
Yeah.
Definitely, the way the game handles the way you interact with actors, like item expansions or enemies and stuff, is just odd.
Oh yes. So we need to talk about light show. So
This is light show.
This wasn't. Yeah. So this wasn't relevant before because Bash entered a cutscene, and what happens when you enter a cutscene, at least one that repositions you, it gets rid of light show. Light show happens basically because when you have not a number speed and you unmorph, the camera gets set to position not a number, and so you get this really glitched
Yeah,
out
it's a
camera.
side effect of getting infinite speed is that your camera bobber variables get set to non-number
Yes.
as well. So it
And
literally
because
doesn't
the first
know,
time we
like-
touched the wave beam cutscene, we didn't ever have to worry about light show. But this time we're gonna have to touch that save station, and remember that missile door we blew
That's-
up?
yep.
Yeah. Well, that's where this is coming in handy now. We're gonna use a save station to get rid of light show.
Also safety saving here because it's free.
Oh yes.
I mean, there's really nothing too unsafe coming up immediately soon, so.
Yeah, because you
But
don't.
it never
do
hurts, you know?
IBF.
You never know what's gonna happen.
You never know. It's a free save, dude.
Also, right about here is where you would be doing IBBF to go out of bounds to go get Ice Beam.
Yeah, the wall
It's
crawl
actually
itself.
not Ice Beam
Oh,
early,
sorry. Yeah.
but It's
It
not
saves
actually ice beam
45
early, but it is still faster to go out of bounds for a couple reasons.
And there's some cool inbound
But
stuff
yeah.
you'll see here.
It's IBBF AF. Ice beam
Yes.
before Flagra, after Flagra.
So I just jumped out of the air and fell down because I'm great, so I'm doing the backup.
Oh,
I just did what's called a BSJ. They're way more prevalent echoes, but basically, if you leave the ground in Morph Ball, the game for 21 frames considers you as being in a certain jump state where you can jump off the ground.
I'm pretty sure it's jump state 3,
4.
Or 4.
4, yeah.
So normally,
so
if you do the
basically-
unmorph animation, it takes a second, which is way longer than 21 frames. But by obstructing a camera, it skips the animation, so then you have just enough time to input a jump.
This game is 60 FPS, by the way.
Yes.
So when we say 21 frames, we mean like a third of a second.
Yeah,
This
if you're
fight right
streaming-
here. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, if you're watching a video of this, like, if you're watching a video of infinite speed at 30 FPS, it just looks like the game isn't doing anything
Yeah,
at
looks
all.
like the morph ball's just standing there.
Game pros.
So this ghost
Yeah.
fight right here can actually be skipped as a result of doing the IBBF wall crawl, which is why it's so important still, even though it's not done before Flagra anymore. It's used to enable what's called ghost skip. Also, this ghost
Yeah,
is being weird.
basically IBBF, if he'd done it, would be like the chance to save like 30 seconds or something.
Basically, it's the cool kids route.
Indeed it is.
Yeah.
Not even doing the HBJ.
You're doing the
Doesn't-
Chad
doesn't match my
IBBF
head.
route.
Chad.
Chad IBBF route.
Yeah.
Really, Ice Cream
Like,
was found
IBBF
like in
saves a lot of
2003, I think, Mr. Person. That was very early, I think, to answer your question.
Yeah. IBBF saves a lot of time, but honestly, like this movement is pretty good.
Yeah. IBBF saves a
Like, it's
huge
pretty-
amount of time in 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's because of the route. It's because of one
This-
door that that Ice Beam saves so much time in 100%.
Wait. Oh, is it the research core?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that the inbounds Hundo route is like 3 or 4 minutes slower, and it involves going through mines twice, rather than the good route is one-trip mines.
I mean, you can route it out and it probably saves time.
So you can slope jump off the spines of those stone toads, and so I can just
Yeah.
climb the room without having to use the boost ball track, even though I have everything I need to get to this room normally.
Oh, yes, and he's not skipping this cutscene because when you don't skip the cutscene, you can immediately switch to Ice Beam on the very first frame. But if he skipped it for whatever reason, you can't switch to Ice Beam. So it's another example of a small in-game time save.
Oh, something we glossed over, by the way, is that we needed to shoot earlier in the run when we shot the missile door before bombs. That
I
we
said-
needed to go into that save station. Yeah. Wait, you already said that?
Yeah, I
Heck.
did.
Okay.
That's
well,
why it's so important.
you're on top of it.
Wow.
Safe
Oh,
stations and
Cody.
elevators you have to use a cutscene that repositions Samus.
Shut
so
up, slow.
Because getting Wave Beam does that, I didn't have to worry about Light Show when I got Wave Beam doing the Wave Sun at infinite speed. And then now because we have a Power Bomb, we can just go straight to X-Ray Visor. It's actually really, really nicely routed. And then I just screwed up jumping up here, so...
This is why this route saves time, because you just get to go right to X-Ray Visor.
Also, you need Spider Ball? Not really.
What's a Spider Ball?
What is a Spider Ball?
I've never used that item before.
Tardis
me
is
what it is,
big
Bash?
bad.
Artist is a bad boss and wastes a lot of time, so we just skip Spider Ball. Yeah,
Oh, that
fun
was
fact,
dumb.
that missile basically loses no time because the load takes so long for life growth. Oh yeah, life
you
growth
made me
tunnel's
think-
really bad.
So most visors in the game are actually like... They're not required for really anything in the run besides being useful for the final boss. But X-Ray Visor is actually required for all Prime runs because of something that'll happen in a boss fight.
That was a big boy boost.
Yeah, I love that. If you lay the power bomb while you're in the air to break open those walls, the trigger that actually breaks the walls is above you, so it hits it sooner and saves time.
Yeah, it's really odd.
A small time
It's
saver.
not where I'm supposed to go. There we go.
Oh, by the way, shoutouts to the video that Whiskers made, like today or yesterday where he bombed this thing and it didn't do anything and soft
And it
locked.
actually like disappeared.
So I
Yep.
just skipped having to fight Chozo ghosts because of course they're in this room.
Yes.
There's a stalagmite that has collision on it, and you can stand on it, and then L jump or R jump to get out.
Very interestingly shaped stalagmite too.
So there's a set of bars in this room that I'm leaving right now that is the main reason why this route's so great, because it skips having to bomb jump over those bars. It's like the bomb jump
Remy's
I did to get to Flagra, but more precise.
Except way worse.
It's annoying.
Oh, yeah.
It's really annoying.
Remy's arch nemesis.
It's funny, reverse
But-
bars are actually better, easier to do than regular bars.
Are they?
I found them easier,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. There's
I
this
try
meme
to do
category.
it every time I do a
time you do
randomizer, and I've never been able to do it.
Oh, forgot I broke that already.
There's this meme category for the game called all map stations, and obviously you gotta get all the map stations. And my custom meme route for that category involves doing bars, and I've lost like 10 minutes to it once or twice.
Can we
But
do
that's just 'cause
reverse
I'm not
map
practiced.
stations?
Ooh, that's an interesting category.
You can't do them in reverse because the first one you
Oh,
get
yeah,
is
you
on
can't.
frigate.
The first one's in
Look,
the
we don't
tutorial
need to
level.
include frigate. Frigate's a bad area.
That is an objectively true statement.
Objectively true.
Elias would probably disagree with you there.
Well, Elias has never done
Well,
frigate.
yeah, it's the only part of the run Elias can do.
Oh my god.
Oh! Shots fired, dude.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Elias.
Oh, dude.
Oh, I'm dead right now. That was amazing. Oh, oops. So ideally you bunny hop through that room, but the pirates are a really good backup because if you don't like land on it properly, you can just dash off them to
That was some movement.
yeah, that was some weird movement.
Oh, hell
Alright,
yeah.
so now what we're coming up on is Plasma Beam.
So this is now a ship save run. Welcome. This is the Metroid Prime ship save run. I'm BashPrime with me. I never introduced you guys, so let's do that.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't need to be
Elias.
introduced, it's fine.
Elias isn't happy.
All right, so the guy that's belly laughing right now is Zlo, otherwise known as I'm Zlo, and then with me also is the Weakest Link 64 and Cody 7737. Cody mentioned that I'm a better runner than him, and that is fundamentally untrue.
Well, I mean, your time is objectively better. I just use time saves.
Your
that
time
you
is
don't.
still better though.
Uh,
I mean, I'm
By,
gonna
like,
probably be
20
getting my
seconds.
first 59 through at least Frigate Wall Crawl and IBF, so, or maybe just
It's
IBF.
happening right now. I'm calling it. Literally on 59 pace right now.
Sounds actually
if
alright.
Bash-
Honestly,
If
though,
Bash-
this run has been pretty good so far.
eh,
Like, Bash
you're
is
not
doing a
wrong.
really good job right now. Bash is killing it.
Thanks. All right, so normally you need Spider Ball,
Weakest link.
What's a spider ball?
and
Uh,
there's
what
several
is
ways
it?
you can actually cross the lava there. You can even just go in the lava and double bomb jump out and cheese it. It's great. And also, I got a really good dash. But I normally don't get.
Ooh.
So.
Ooh, Bash. This
Ooh,
Magmore looking fly.
Yeah, this is like probably a.
that was some good movement.
Assuming the rest of this does. Oh, I just screwed up. So never mind. Rip gold.
Slow is a bad meme. You're a bad person.
Alright, so coming up is Plasma Beam. Normally you need Grapple and Spider to get up here. I have neither. I just skipped needing Grapple.
Slow is
Shout
a
out to
cutie.
Bash for
ooh.
being pretty good at this game.
Cody, you're a cutie.
There's actually a way you can skip.
Sorry.
So in low percent, you can actually get this without Boost or Spider or Grapple. And there's a faster version of the strat in 80% where you only use one of the spinners here. But it's way harder. And
Does this
Justin
route
makes it look
get
easy.
Plasma? No, it doesn't get plasma. We're just gonna go to the plasma room and then leave.
Yeah.
Wow, Slow calling out.
Calling him out in chat.
Yeah, plasma is it's actually the only beam. Well, that's not true. But let's say you had a perfect randomizer seed. Plasma is required 100% of the time without question. It's actually possible to skip ice beam and wave beam, assuming you get the right seed. Because now the only thing you would actually need them for is Exo, but you can now skip Exo using a trick called Exo Skip.
Exo skip.
That was pretty good.
Are we
I'd
gonna
rather get wave beam and ice beam, to be honest.
This plasma segment was pretty solid.
Let's go Exo Skip.
I'm slow Exo Skip. Bad
Slow
content.
Exo Skip. Good content.
All right, so
Good
now that we
split,
have
though.
all the beams in the game, we can basically go almost anywhere. We have boost ball. Even though we don't have spider still, we can skip it in a bunch of rooms. So for the run, it's not going to be a problem.
You keep talking about the spider ball item. What is that?
All right, so for a beginner route, this is actually the point where you would get spider ball. You would do the Phendrana 2 cleanup to get an artifact, as well as two artifacts, and then thermal visor. And then when you're about to go back to Magmor, you could optionally go and fight Thardus and get spider ball on the run. It's still way slower, but it makes the route way more beginner friendly in the end, or it just makes the late game much more beginner friendly.
If there was
Okay,
the
that
zero
was
artifact
good.
category, you probably wouldn't even come into Fenjana a second time.
Oh, nice boost.
Yeah, that worked out well.
Good boost.
All right, doing a
Good
grapple skip
boosting.
here.
Bash with the good movement. Oh yeah, we can just dash anywhere where we can use grapple beam, so we don't even care about that item.
Oh,
Good riddance. Good riddance, IMO. That was some hot boosting.
Stop it.
Spicy. Oh
Not
yeah,
good, this
these
trick.
pirates just like to shoot you with missiles and they have a lot of knockback. They're pretty rude. Bash
Yeah,
you
I've been
for-
knocked. I've been like, sometimes when I do this, I land on the branch, and then one of the missiles explodes to the right of me and knocks me left, all the way down into the water, and then it's run over.
Yeah, I
There's
killed him
literally
first
no
before I
coming
do that
back.
strat. That's because I'm a wuss. It's fine.
It's slow, but also it's easy.
Not much slower though, to be honest. It loses 8 seconds.
It loses 8 seconds.
Oh wait, actually, this room here didn't skip grapple. Getting the artifact in the tall room there, the outdoor room, skip grapple, called the Phendrana's Edge.
I don't know, man. It's so easy to skip grapple. Can it really?
It's
be called
really
skipping
easy.
grapple?
It's a lot. There's actually like, it's really cool that I also didn't do the dash here, so that's whatever.
There's like one room where it's kind of hard, and that's it.
Oh, for what, MQB or something?
At Fungal Hall A.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, skipping the fungal halls was what skipped grapple.
Oh,
not
actually, forgot to
the
jump up
power
there.
line. Although that was a help.
I'm doing this room very slow. I apologize.
Just
Yeah,
Remind me
shout
to
outs.
show you a good strat.
Slow,
for laser
slow would
dash.
actually no. Shoutouts to Slow for like doing research and like, wait, what did you even do? Like,
I
lab.
did a ton of research and
Yeah.
put together a script for a video for the history
Yeah,
of
I need a
Metroid
power bomb here.
Prime.
If I can
And I
jump to the
recorded
door.
all the voice lines and everything. I've just been too lazy to actually edit the video together.
So this room loaded and I took way too much time, so I'm pretty sure Edward's not going to cooperate.
Good beetle.
And he's not cooperating. That's fine. That's fine. That was my fault. Good beetle
We just
happened.
reload the room. It's
But
all
this is
good.
actually good because I need a power bomb, and this is one of the other luck-based parts of the run.
Yeah.
These will be back
I think
here.
there's a 2 in 7 chance of a power bomb dropping, and there's 4 spots that he's going to optimally.
There we
check
go. Perfect.
In this room. So there's these 2 boxes down there. There's Edward, which is the pirate that breaks the glass that dies.
We're also doing this room backwards.
And there's another box up here, but he doesn't need to check anything anymore because now he has a power bomb. We need a power bomb for mines.
Oh wow, look at that. Edward dropped the power bomb too. So
Let's go
Hey,
power bomb.
we're supposed to come through this room from the other side, and this is supposed to be like the first
Oh,
Metroid
yeah.
you find in the game, and it's a big moment. That's why there's an unskippable cutscene that I'm just sitting here waiting for.
Oh, yeah, there's
And that's a
Metroid.
really cool theme we're going to see in the second half of this run that we're now in, is the fact that we're going to be doing like 2 major areas backwards.
So that's why you saw Bash shooting around in the room, because it aggroes him, and then because when he gets aggroed, if you're not in a certain part of the room, he'll just break the glass because that's what he's scripted to do.
I think it's
but if
just
you're
if
in
you
certain
enter the
parts of
room and hit the trigger. I don't know if it's... I think shooting probably works too, but I don't do that.
I think it's just being in certain parts of the room.
Also, I just You can just jump over the force field and shoot a missile. We have plasma, so it's not a big deal. But
I'm pretty sure that's another thing that Flammy discovered, by the way. Shoutouts to him.
that was a Wow, that's a Flammy discovery. I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the things. By the way, I went to Flamancipator's house. Super cool guy, and that's one of the things he told me.
Oh, get up there, please. Okay, we're good. That was actually a really good boost.
Can we get a moderator up in here?
Can we have a moderator, please? At moderator.
So I was talking about, oh yeah, we're done with our cleanup for Vendrana. Just about. Got one more item coming up.
If we spam messages, guys, we don't have to look at it anymore.
Yeah, there we go. Problem solved.
Press H to confirm.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this energy tank for safety. It is a tank of shame, but it's also a tank of marathon safety, so I'm not gonna complain too much.
By the way, my 59 still gets this, just saying.
Oh yeah, it's worth getting. It's really nice.
Bash, she said you suck.
Oh no.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get the thermal visor. Now these cutscenes are all unskippable, so it looks like I'm wasting RTA, but for in-game time, it's actually only takes a few seconds to get it. So it also will save a lot of time for the final boss. For when it switches to the thermal visor phase. So.
I'm on it right now.
Someone ping at Rasu123. Alright, so I need Ice Beam to get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and buffer Ice Beam input. When that cutscene starts, it's free.
Literally free. It saves 8 seconds.
Also, being here with low health is a very Monka-esque moment. I've gotten used to it normally, where I'm just, you know, if I die, I die in the run, but...
If he dies right now, he has to go back to Chozo. Nobody wants to do that.
No, I safety saved.
Oh, where?
Oh, you know,
the ship.
Chozo. And then it's also
didn't
nice
use the
is, the reason I passed this E-Tank is that it's faster. It'll be better to... It's better to get it when you're about to go to mines.
Yeah, an E-Tank will refill your health all the way to full, and getting this right before mines
I
is
just
really
want to say I
helpful, 'cause
unmorphed backwards, which is very swag.
you really need the help. Bash, are you gonna take the save
That
here?
wasn't funny, Slow. What the heck?
Bash, are you gonna take
What
the
wasn't
save?
funny?
I don't know.
You don't know what I'm laughing
What's
at.
up, Cody?
Nah, man, just go. Just save and Dynamo.
Right.
Yeah,
Central Dynamo.
I have way more than enough health, and health management I'm not too concerned about in upper mines, so... I will
Save
definitely
in
save a
Central-
Dynamo, though, without doubt.
Central Dynamo, whoa.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm a little... What
Oh
the
my
heck?
God.
At moderator, please.
Alright, so I'm out of power bombs. I need another one, but this zoomer over here always drops power bomb, so it works out.
Oh, whoa.
So most drops in the game are usually like a weighted, like random chance. So like power bombs and like certain parts of Vendrana are like a 2 out of 7 drop. But there's certain enemies that are due to like quality of life reasons that Retro did, like in that power bomb room. Just you'll always get a drop in there, just so that you don't get stuck and have to go back and lose time. So now we're in mines and we're not in the main entrance. We're doing this backwards again. I'm also gonna go for this YOLO strat where I just fall down the room.
YOLO.
Oh, that's great. We fell down like halfway in, so we're okay.
Slow,
So this
but not
is
as
the
slow as
one power
falling
bomb I
all the
need.
way down.
Yeah, this is why we needed that power bomb drop. There's a guaranteed one after the first power bomb that he
Letting
had
the
him do,
cutscene play here so that it unmorphs me and puts me in a nice position. Also, there's not just standable
Saving.
terrain, but there's standable enemies.
Saving in-game time. Oh yes, this guy. Enemies are just as standable. Even Samus is standable.
Cody,
It's just that it's really hard to stand on top of yourself.
Cody's here. That's a good clip.
Wait, who's
That's
Cody?
Who's
Uh,
Cody?
it's the Pokeball sitting on top of my bed.
Oh my god. Shoutouts to Venby's 100% run in Calathon this year. Calathon 2019.
That was a pretty good run.
That was a really fun run.
Speaking
I
of
don't know
good
any
runs,
Cody.
speaking of good runs, this run is pretty good.
Shoutouts
so
to
far.
Jack for teaching me that strat. It gets you to the slow trigger faster.
Yes, and boosting through this room sucks.
Alright, elite pirates are free. Their AI always starts off as they look left and right for you and just stay in place and turn.
Oh yes.
And
then
as
they
long
turn
as
it.
you're never directly in front of them while they're in this part of their AI, they will just always be turning. Also, there's this invisible drone here that we have X-ray for, and I missed the plasma beam shot, so I'm not really happy about that. And I missed that again, so.
Hell yeah, Bash.
Yeah, elite pirates have really bad eyesight.
I'm
We
gonna
get
go
some
for a
space
one-time
glasses
trick
for them.
that can potentially save time.
Space glasses.
This is
Space
actually one of the newer
glasses.
tricks we found called maze skip.
Maze skip. Heck yes.
Oh, maze skip.
Wait, hold up, let him focus.
Yeah, give me just a bit of sounds real quick. Where am I? I am right here. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll try that again. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna try to get it. There we go.
Oop, it's a little late on that one.
I'm releasing the control stick too, way too late, I think.
You're just not making it to the bomb slot fast enough. Or the whatever thing.
Okay, that's fine. I failed it, but that's okay. So,
Alright, yeah.
It'd
So,
be like that.
what normally happens in maze skip is that, or when you go into the power bomb maze, there's like a trigger, and it sort of gives you this cross-section view, right? Well, there's this like big like tower thing in the center of the room. That actually just disappears altogether. It's not just invisible. So because the collision, oh, this is actually a pretty alright maze. So yeah, so that rotating thing right there, that just disappears during the maze part. So what happens is you lay a certain bomb and go just far enough into the maze where the bomb hits you on. You activate the trigger to start the maze like puzzle that makes the center thing go away, but then you don't get locked in, so you can just roll right into the power bomb, and it's really nice and it's really cool. And
good boy, Bash.
didn't know that was even possible until a couple months ago. I think it was
Bash
theorized
is on
by
a really good page.
I think it was theorized by Whiskers and Justin, and then Justin confirmed it.
Justin confirmed it. RTA. I think Whiskers did it to us first.
Something like that.
Also, these
Shout out
turrets
to
are Monka
Whiskers
S.
for getting into tassing.
Okay, those missile drops were nice. So this is lower mines.
good
This
drops.
is the probably one of the more technical parts. I mean, mines in general is the most technical part of the run. Most
Yes,
of my
it's
runs
the
die
most
in mines
focused.
because it's hard.
My sub hour had I golded Phazon suit, and then I had first try both shafts, and then I got
Good
ghosted.
mines will determine if you PB or not at a high level.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Good thing I'm not at a high level.
Alright, so I don't have Spider Ball, and this is one of the more annoying spider skips that's done.
It's just
Yeah,
When
this
you just
slope jump is kind of weird.
I don't plasma on. Shoot.
oh, nice Metroid dash.
Yeah, I did that room
Yeet.
really well. Well,
That was a
mostly.
really good MQA.
Yeah, so you can
Claps
bait the
in chat.
Metroids to come out towards you when you jump forward and then back like that. And then
Yeah, that-
Easy.
there's,
That
a,
room
there's
is
an
really
easier
hard.
but slower method where you just go to the end of the beam and dash off the missile expansion.
Yeah, that room is really hard. Do not underestimate that room. Claps in chat for Bash. please.
Oh, I thought I froze him. Whoops. Oh, I fell down. Great.
How?
Oops. Oh yes, when you walk off of a ledge, you just lose control of Samus and you fall. Yeah.
Alright, so Bash is gonna go out of bounds here.
Yeah. There's probably the hardest trick in 90% is called early newborn, and you go out of bounds in this section to get. There's a Chozo artifact here that you
Spoilers,
normally
he's not
need
going out of bounds.
phase on suit 4 or like 11 E-tanks, and it's really hard because the wall crawl is very punishing, and you can soft lock during it. So
I'm
Very
trying to
easily
get through
soft.
lower mines, but the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the Metroids.
whoa, now not spoilers. Language
Spoiler!
PG-13. Oh, I
Monka
fell down.
TOS. Monka TOS.
Alright, here's another Monka S/Monka TOS part of the run.
Monk ass.
I'm gonna nail it. So watch this.
Monka ass.
Nailed it. We're good.
Alright, that dash is harder than it looks.
Oh, that dash is really hard.
Ooh, were you
Yeah.
Metroid Quarantine A and Metroid Quarantine B are very tough rooms.
Yeah, they're both run killers.
Yeah. All right, so
Alright,
now we're
you
gonna
guys
go
only
fight a
have
Mega
two
Pirate.
I only have 2 power bombs, so I can't go for trooper skip.
You can.
If
But
I
you
get
need a power bomb.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just hope I get power bomb luck.
I mean, that's not that hard. The Metroid just gives you power bombs all the time.
Alright, so Mega Pirate
That's so good.
is a very, very fast boss. Normally,
Yes.
so we have to shoot all these armor plates, and then he gets to a state where he's like regenerating his armor, and he's very vulnerable. But you can only hit him with X-ray visor, which is why we need to get X-ray visor for all Metroid Prime runs.
Somebody please find a way to skip Metroid.
So this is like the second worst pirate pattern.
Oh no, did you?
Kill it. Yeah.
He gave me a power bomb drop.
Ooh, that's not bad. Oh, wait.
I'm gonna be quiet real quick. Can you guys explain the fight, like this part of the
Okay,
fight?
so the way that the pool Omega Pirate spawns in is determined is there's 3 pools in the room, and the pool that is furthest away from you is the one that you will spawn in, but you won't spawn in the same one twice. So if you stand on the one side of the room where there's 2
that's fine.
pools, you'll
We're okay.
always spawn in the other side of the room, and you can just damage him there, and then you just stand by one of the pools and he spawns in the other one, and so you just keep flip-flopping between them.
Yeah.
Alright, so I tried killing it with the power bomb, but I laid it, I think, too early. So, pretty sure I
Way to
don't know.
go.
I always feel like I laid it earlier than I think, but then everyone tells me I laid it too late. So,
That was a pretty deep.
yeah, it could have gone a lot worse. So it wasn't bad at all. It was just slower.
Yeah. Getting the one cycle is really good what you want. I mean, really, when Bash didn't kill him with that power bomb, really he just like lost 10 seconds probably, which is a lot, but not the end of the world.
Also, random thing to note. Assuming you do Frigate Wall Crawl and Wavesun and IBBF, and you take all those RTA time saves, your RTA, when you get Phazon Suit, is usually a pretty good indicator of what pace you're on in game time. And so, my 59, I think, was like had a 58, 20 something Phazon Suit, which, like, I had a good mines, and all that time loss was from EXO, because it was just so bad.
I think I'm on like a
But
mid-hour
yeah.
pace.
But yeah, this run has been going really well actually.
It's
Yeah,
actually,
it's,
like...
it's been pretty good. For a
What's the
marathon run, I
most-
could not ask for much better, except for that part, which was stupid.
If you get
True.
1 hour flat, I'm gonna blame it on all the safety saves.
True that.
Yeah, if I get an hour flat in this run, I basically got a 59 if it wasn't for the safety saves, and that would be incredible. That's not gonna happen, but it's fun to think about. All right, so this is the artifact that's really hard to do out of bounds in any percent. Oh, whoops. Oh well.
Bash, what's the RTA on your PB?
I'm at 105.25 right now. I just got the artifact.
I mean, like, on your PB.
Oh, like my total
Like-
RTA? I'm at like a
Yeah, like-
122-ish, high 122.
Right. Good content.
Oh, what am I doing? Okay, this is bad. Hold on.
Oops. That slope jump is kind of weird.
That's not gonna make it. That's fine. That's a really hard R jump to do. Falling in this room's
It's one
not
of the
that
hardest.
bad.
Oh.
It's just
Yeah, this room has a really good recovery strat.
yeah, Fungal B is a lot friendlier than Fungal A. And then the dash here is very easy because the Metroid's in a much friendlier spot.
Is low.
Hello's Low's friend.
Okay, that's good. Those missiles are really good. Now I don't need a power bomb.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of power bombs
I
now.
think
What
you
the
have
heck?
extra power bombs anyway.
Dude, your RNG is lit. With the 100 emoji and the
Should
OK
have gone
sign
for
hand.
skip.
Yeah, no trooper skip and pretty slow, like one cycle, but that's fine.
Oh, I mean, Trooper Skip doesn't lose time. It just like is a
It saves time.
It saves time if you get the animation.
Oh, like barely any time though.
Like 4 seconds? Or
I
a
think it's
little
like
less?
it's like at least 5.
Like 2. You sure it's 5? I think it's like
Pretty
2.
sure it's more significant than that.
All right, you might be right. I haven't watched that cutscene in a while, so. Oops.
There's another spot you can
Yep,
get a
so now
power
we're just
bomb in.
kinda doing
What
the cleanup part of the run.
Frickin' frick?
heck?
Your
Nice
actions have
man.
consequences! What am I doing?
Being
Am
bad,
I gonna have to
clearly.
turn around? Okay, there we go.
Bash confirmed forgotten to have him play
I'm
game.
confirmed wash up. Like, this is...
Yeah, so
Embarrassing.
one of the annoying parts of a 3D platformer and speedrunning a 3D platform is to go fast, you don't want to turn. So you have to like jump onto stuff without looking at it.
Love these
I also
rants.
just
kind of
skipped
annoying.
that elite pirate again.
Oh yes, we went around the trigger. So that elite pirate's still there because Bash skipped him earlier, and he's just like, you know, he just repaired the glass on his tank and went back in.
He was very polite. He apologized. He paid for it himself.
Yeah.
Reimbursed us
Hired
for the
hired a
the
space
broken-
pirate to repair it for him.
He's like,
Alright.
I saw Die Hard. There's a lot of broken glass in that. I understand that it's logistically really annoying to replace.
Probably stepped it on his foot.
I'm gonna shut up real quick. You guys can explain this.
Alright, so this is called spiderless shafts. So Bash is going to do what's called a BSJ, which we talked about earlier. Basically, you get an instant unmorph, and then you have a third of a second to jump from leaving the ground. And so, yeah, so you use that to climb this this shaft without using Spider Ball, because I don't know what that item is, and neither does Bash. So this, the one Bash is going for is a little bit tight, but is a little bit faster.
There we go. We should be fine.
I think it's called the Spider Cube or something like that.
And that didn't
Spider
work out.
cube.
That's dumb. I think I aimed too far left. That's fine.
Oh, this spider truck is really annoying. Yeah, the collision's bad.
Oh, are you guys talking about the arachnid cylinder?
Arachnids, yes. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Okay, I'm
Also
being way
known
too
as
pedantic about this.
the carapace star.
What?
Okay, I saved that.
Can I just
Spoder.
say sphere with 8 edges?
Spoder Ball.
There we go. We're good.
Bowl.
Okay, that's generally what happens. Is you kind of just get screwed by the collision. It's really dumb. Can I please scan dash off this? Thank you.
Yeah, that collision's really mean.
So this is the second spider shaft. That's much easier. It's
Nice
one
thermal
dumb
visor.
rock you have to land on instead.
You're a dumb rock.
This rock has a really tiny triangle on it. That's standable.
Zing.
I could have YOLO'd that, but I didn't want
Zing
to.
them.
And there we go. That's the spiraless shafts. Definitely one of the harder inbounds.
Easy clap.
Also, there's a rock wall here that I'm going to clip through. There's no,
Oh yeah,
like,
you can't. It's
terrain
only
on-
one way visible.
also
but
this is
it's-
Calvin. He is going to fall down. He's very close to falling down. Actually, no, he's going to die here, probably. That's a
Calvin.
very prime spot for him to die. He died, yes! If he stands
Wait,
there, I think the
hey.
turret damages him or something. Or
I
something
think what,
causes him
what
to
happens there.
I've never seen
What-
him die.
die. I
I
always
think
see
what
him die here.
happens there is pirates tend to just die if they're not on the ground, like they're programmed to me.
Yeah, that yellow trooper's Calvin. He's really annoying, but he died, so he died for our Metroid Prime speedrunning sins.
All right, yeah. So this is the same as the elite pirates. He needs some glasses.
Oh yeah, glasses. He can't see anything that's moving.
Yeah, they have really bad peripheral vision.
They even infused him with Phazon, and he still couldn't.
So if I were optimal
Yeah,
and
right.
got the nice fall down animation, I could overlap this cutscene with when the artifact appears. But there's also a chance you can soft lock that, I think, so I'm not gonna risk it.
Well, there's a chance of the platforms not going down at all, but there's a backup to
Well-
just do it anyways.
Yeah. You
Oh,
can,
I
like,
didn't know
leave the room.
I didn't realize there was a backups.
Yes.
Never mind. I stand
There's
corrected.
backups in the room that I don't know how to do, but one of them, I'm pretty sure you can just reload the room.
One more spider skip here. That's annoying, but not that bad. One of the
Oh.
jumps
I think
is a little
Justin's-
precise. Oh my God, I'm
Justin's
being
first
stupid.
52 missed that, and then he lost like
That
I
Metroid's
think it
out
was
for
like
blood.
30 seconds to that.
He also fell in the water.
What water?
Still road record though.
The
where's
the
he
water in Great Tree Chamber, or whatever it is, Great Tree Hall.
What a
Oh,
bad
no.
route.
There we go. So that thing I just jumped on has like also a very like sliver of collision you can stand on, and you have to like sort of slide up onto it. It's dumb.
Shout out to
Also,
Justin for being good.
Oh yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure it's in the lore that when you get in phase with Phazon, you lose peripheral vision.
Also, that was the cutscene that said, you know, hey, you're in mines. Welcome to mines.
Goodbye,
We
mine.
serve Free breakfast at 10 a.m. every day. There's a
Good
complimentary
joke, Bash.
Wi-Fi.
At the Phazon mines, I'd go there.
I mean, it's worth it if you get the Phazon lung.
Oh my god.
Reduced lifespan, but then you get free Wi-Fi, so it's all good.
Yeah, and you get like
It's
actually-
all
it's actually
over your body.
I'm pretty sure it's free space Wi-Fi. So I'll stand corrected.
Space Wi-Fi.
It's got 5G.
5G.
Also switch beams for some reason. Alright, so we never really explained what the Chozo artifacts do. They do absolutely nothing except for like one thing at the end. But they're required to get, and there's 12 of them, and they're kind of have to, usually you like backtrack and find out where they are through hints, and it's annoying, but thanks to this route, we collect practically all of them without really having to detour too much.
The
Except-
worst backtrack in the entire game is Fenjana 2.
Fen 2, yeah, and it's
where
still
you have
pretty
to get
fast.
2 of them.
Yeah,
But you also get
mine
thermal
says free
visor,
breakfast.
so it's kind of worth it.
You just didn't know because you've never gotten there.
I had free breakfast
yeah.
at Furry,
Oh, I switched beams again.
but only for 2 of us in a room.
Good free breakfast.
Alright, one of my favorite scan dashes right here. It's not hard, but it's just so it's cool.
That dash looks super dope when you can get it.
All right, we're almost at the end of the run. We're gonna
Yeah,
have
so we
some
have
good
one
times.
last artifact to get. This will be our 11th artifact.
And it's at the place where you do them all.
Yeah.
After this one.
Yeah. So there's 12 total. We'll have 11 by the time we get this one, but the last one is at the artifact temple. So we just save that for the end. So you only have to explore and get 11 of them. Like on a, if you get into technical terms, I guess. But yeah, the reason these artifacts are required is that they open up. They're keys to open up the gate to the final level, and the gate won't open up any other way. So you have to collect the artifacts.
Well, not with that attitude.
Yeah. Also, I failed that slope jump. Also, these Chozo ghosts are quite friendly. They can be really annoying sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they just like choose to appear right in front of you and they block you.
Okay, I didn't jump
Kinda
high enough.
rude. Whoop.
So there's a thing you can do where it looks like you just jump into a wall and make a mistake, but
Yeah.
it's actually what I was trying to do was dash to a load trigger and load the door that I just went through earlier than usual. And it saves like I think
Yeah.
ultimately it saves like a couple of seconds.
We didn't talk about this because you never did IBF, but basically rooms load because of touching invisible load triggers. And so the fastest strats in this game are not always just to get to the door as fast as possible. Sometimes it's just to hit some arbitrary area as fast as possible just because it has an invisible loading trigger there. So like right there, he tried to jump and like bonk off that ledge because there's a load trigger that you can hit up there. Which obviously makes it to the door slower than just walking over there. But it saves time because you touch the load trigger and that room takes a long time to load because it has a save station in it. Save station rooms, map station rooms all take a long time to load. And then big rooms take a long time to load, like that room.
But yeah, we're basically done here. Just
Yeah,
got,
there's not much to talk
final
about besides
bosses.
movement. If we have time for donations.
One last
send me
one last
Are you
money.
gonna do
topic.
Are you gonna do the freest dash?
Yes.
Good. Ship dash is free. At Cody.
Shut up.
Oh, we didn't get it. I'm gonna try again. Because this run's been
Bash.
really good.
Dude, that was actually close.
There we go. Got it.
Alright, that's one of the coolest looking dashes in
So
the
if
game.
I failed that during a run, I'd do it back up instead, but I wanted to show the dash, so.
It's the hardest easy dash in the game.
Yeah, Rip Crash Frigate. So, yeah, that power bomb I got a long time ago in Chozo is, thanks to that, I don't ever have to go into Crash Frigate. Otherwise, you'd have to do, bar skill, and it sucks.
I wonder what Bash is gonna write on the wall.
You should draw lost.
No.
You should draw nothing because it loses time. Oh no.
That's no. Even I will still do it.
Alright,
It
so we have
loses
12
like
final
you
artifact
write
here.
the right stuff on the wall there because it takes longer to
Oh,
load.
whoops, paused. Pause strats,
Pause.
RNG manipulation.
Pausa.
You're trying to manipulate
And
for frame perfect inputs.
the level's
obviously.
open, but it's not because Ridley's here, and he's our best friend. Just checking in on us.
Pause it.
Alright, so what's happening here is Bash is going to keep shooting him in the chest with his plasma beam until he gets, like, knocked back. You need to do a certain amount of damage to do this.
And oh, did he get it?
And
I think he got it.
Dang.
So yeah, so if you saw Ridley's health bar before, it was like almost full, and now it's a quarter of the
I
way
just
to
dealt like
being
2,000 damage to him.
dead. Yes. Even more than that. So
Yes.
Boost Ball does a ridiculous amount of damage in this game. I think it does like 50,000 damage per frame or something like that.
Per frame that the
50,000
hitbox is
damage
active,
per
yeah.
frame.
Yeah, it does 50,000 damage per frame, and Ridley has like what, 2,000 health?
For
His-
whatever reason,
his air phase is about
phase
2,000
is
health, yeah.
vulnerable To
Yeah.
Boost Ball.
So yeah,
it's like
the developers
boost
forgot to make his
thing.
air phase invulnerable to Boost Ball because most bosses in this game can't get hurt by Boost Ball, but Ridley's air phase can for whatever reason. But his ground phase can, which is why I didn't use it outright.
I wonder what
Air phase is
would've
really
happened.
slow. No, like it's usually slow.
Oh yeah, because he just flies around.
That was a really good Ridley. Wow.
That was a very nice fight. Good job.
Yeah, he only
Good job,
lunged
Bash,
back
I'm proud
once,
of
and I
you.
had to manually aim, and I clutched it. So
Yeah, it's RNG what attacks he uses, and there's like a charge attack he does, which is bad RNG because it's really hard to hit his face, which is how you knock him back, obviously. And he only did it once, and I think Bash saved it.
why is Samus's shit made of stone, Rasu? I don't know.
Who's Samus? We're playing as Metroid right now.
Yeah, we're playing as Metroid. Metroid the
Guys,
game.
can Metroid crawl? I'm stuck in Super Metroid.
Shouts to Miiverse. That's no longer out anymore. Miiverse isn't even around anymore. Rip. Can we get F in the chat to Miiverse? Please.
So earlier in Bash's run, I mentioned a trick to skip EXO, and it's obviously called EXO skip.
I'm gonna
And
do a trick called Exo Skip Skip.
yep. So
fight EXO.
Bash is going to skip EXO skip by killing the boss inbounds.
Developer, not even like.
So normally you're supposed to platform
done.
around here. I'm gonna slow jump up to the this vine here and get up to the end of the second midsection of the. It's like a Mario Kart shortcut, pretty much.
Mario Kart, whee!
Press 1 if you watch Summoning Salt's new Mario Kart video. Also, this is EXO.
Hello, EXO.
All right, welcome to EXO skip skip phase 1.
Yeah, I failed the wall crawl. Unfortunately, I hit the cutscene trigger.
Yeah. Shoutouts to Imslo, who does really good high-pitched voice impressions.
Oh no! Don't do the Glaceon thing.
Oh, I was even just talking about Beetle.
Oh.
All right, so the way the EXO fight works is it's like a beam, like a pirate trooper in Phazon lines. It's only weak to one beam at a time, so it's yellow, so it's a power beam, and then basically the fights. This fight is separated in like 4 phases, technically in like 4 rooms. So we call them like the 4 different sub-chambers, because that's what the room names are called. So this is sub-chamber 1. Throughout
And
each
the
phase
beam-
of the fight, EXO will add a beam color to its arsenal. So in the first phase, it does yellow and purple, so power and wave. Second room, it'll add ice to the rotation, and in the third room, it'll add plasma. So that's all 4
And
beams.
they're all in a random order.
Yeah, all in a random order. So I want ideally ice, which is good. So this is really good luck.
I don't think it's actually a random order. I think it's like a random set.
It's randomly
few cycles that
determined,
he
but
can
the,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a cycle.
I
but it's
know.
randomly determined.
I know that phase 1 is power wave. Phase
I can actually
2 is
overlap,
power wave
yeah.
ice.
So normally you're
Phase
supposed
3,
to.
all 4.
Sorry about that.
And the last one is completely random. But for
yeah.
whatever reason, going from phase 1 to phase 2, if you had wave to finish, you can also have wave to start.
What's also notorious about this fight is that it's like a really small hitbox on the eyes that I'm supposed to hit. Anything else on his body just reflects shots. You have to be like kind of precise. Like right there, I wasn't quite accurate. Even though I'm locked
Or you
on.
could
You can
just
see,
skip
yeah. So you can also see Bash is doing when EXO charges. Bash is like sitting in one spot and sniping him. So it actually,
Yes.
adds damage to the next phase. So it's really important to get both snipes.
So if I get
He has a
plasma
snipe when
here,
he charges and a snipe when he turns around. And it's really important to
That's
get
the
the
worst
snipes
possible
with
color.
high damage weapons like Ice Beam and Plasma Beam, because it saves a lot of time. Because when you do it with Plasma Beam or Ice Beam, the next phase ends in one charge shot. So optimal RNG here, whenever you have Ice Beam and Plasma Beam in a phase, you want to have Ice Beam or Plasma Beam and then a low damage beam afterwards, like Ice or Wave, so that it shortens those phases.
Yeah, unfortunately with Wave first, getting Wave Beam as your first color is the worst. Wave Beam is actually like the weakest charge beam you get in your arsenal, and so it's a lot slower. Ideally you get like Plasma or Ice first, and then if you get Wave next, you do enough damage from the snipes that you just skip the Wave color altogether. So this is Power. Power's gonna be very fast because I did so much damage with Plasma. So like, that's where all that time save comes in.
Wow.
Oh my god. I'm Owen Wilson, wow.
Can we get an Owen Wilson wow in the chat?
Wow.
W-A-O-W.
Wow.
And then another thing I've been doing in the fight is staying close to Exo. Normally Exo has a lot of different cool attacks in the fight. It's what makes it like one of the best fights in the game. But for speedrunning, it's not great. It can like pull you in with like a grapple beam. Also, so for the final phase here, I'm kind of going all Tarantino with my explanations, but
Alright, so
this phase is exactly like the third one, except it can change into whatever color it wants, even while it's fighting you. So it won't just like wait and always be Plasma until it takes damage. It can just decide randomly, okay, I'm gonna go Wave now and just make you lose a lot of time.
That's cool.
yeah. The fact that Bash got Plasma
Ice,
first.
Ice Beam and Plasma Beam a bunch of times.
Yeah, so it's kind of irrelevant what this phase is right now because I did so much damage with Plasma. I do want Plasma or Ice on my third phase.
Well, it's still relevant because the snipes matter. You want like Ice to the snipe with.
Okay, this isn't great, but that's fine. Yeah, so as long as I'm standing close to Exo, it's always going to do this melee attack. It prioritizes the melee attack over anything else it does. And that's great because
so
it can like, if you stand far enough away from it, it'll fire like missiles from you, which isn't bad at all, but ideally I want to not have it shoot out orbs because then I lose time to having to deal with the orbs. It's very annoying.
And the beam attack is really slow.
Yeah.
And when he's on Plasma, in the last phase, he can just randomly charge you.
Yeah. Also, Exo can randomly speed up during the fourth phase, and it just did it there, and it's great.
Even though it doesn't save any time or whatever, because the cutscene still plays.
It actually loses time.
Alright.
So that's the Exo fight. This is the Essence fight. I skipped the cutscene here, and no music plays. I can't damage Essence right now. I have to wait for it to lay a pool. Normally, you kind of just let it move around and do its thing, but there's ways to optimize this fight into ideally like a sort of a minute and a half long fight. Alright, so it's gonna move back here. It's not great, but I can handle this.
Yeah, so what Bash is going to do here, he's going to try to end the fight in 3 Phazon pools. So the Phazon pools are the only way to beat him, because when you get the Phazon, you get the Phazon beam, and that's the only way to damage Essence.
It's a pool.
So what Bash is going to do here is he's going to use the Phazon beam, and he's going to interrupt all of Essence's attacks. So for each phase, Essence has a set number of attacks it does before it lays another pool, and Bash wants to speed that up, so he's going to cancel all of his attacks right after another by shooting in a rhythm, and then that'll make it almost immediately lay the next pool. And Bash is going to do that 3 times, and then
Did I kill the
will be dead.
Okay, I did. Yeah. So as soon as it attacks, I just shoot it, and it skips the animation, and then it immediately attacks again.
Yeah. So you see how fast it laid that pool.
Now it's one more tech. Get ready on time, by the way.
You're in charge of time.
Oh yeah, so I'm doing these things called pool counters where
He's just reminding himself, don't worry.
if you activate Phazon Beam but then step out of the pool, you can buffer a shot in outside the pool and not drain any ammunition. And that allows me to do a lot more damage output to kill Essence in 3 pools like that. And time.
Hell yeah.
That was a really good run.
Good job, Bash.
Clap.
He was only plus 44 minutes and 49 seconds.
So this is about 4 minutes ahead, or yeah, it's about 4 minutes slower than my PB. So still pretty decently solid run.
Wow.
Mine's was a little slow in some parts, but it could have been worse.
There was like one mistake here, I think.
A couple of
Did
minor
it
ones
like-
added up.
It was
Didn't
like
Edward,
just
like,
chap
destroy
1.
you?
Oh, also the some of the RTA I lost was due to the saves too. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess a 102.
I think this is like a 104, 105, 103 to
Are we-
104.
Are we gonna fix credits?
Yes, I'll be fixing credits.
Fix credits.
I mean, you do have like 6 minutes.
All right. Also,
Yeah.
another cool speed tech here. I'm kidding. It's not speed tech. I never got gravity suit, even though it clearly showed me Samus in gravity suit, and then Samus is now back in various suit, and then right here, it's
Any second now.
so what's funny is this is a completely different model because it has Samus's face in it, and for whatever reason it uses the green accented like colors from the various suit, even though normally gravity suit has like a solid blue like trim. And then I'm fixing the credits by holding down. Shouts to the Metroid Prime speedrunning community. Shouts to Justin, who's in chat right now. Current world record holder with a time of 50 minutes in-game time. 49 is like
Easy.
so close. If you're interested at all in learning this game, I recommend going to discord.metroidprime.run. That'll give you a nice like shortcut to the Prime Discord.
Yeah,
Speedrun.com/mp
can somebody-
also has
Somebody
guides and
plug the Discord.
routes there. 104, okay.
Slow, don't plug your Discord again.
Oh
I
my
was
god.
gonna mention it, but
That was a really good run. Good job,
That
Bash.
was pretty good. Yeah, pretty for a marathon run and for me being rusty, that was all right. I'm not disappointed in this at all. So again, discord.metroidprime.run. Also, practice.metroidprime.run. If you have a Wii, you can use Nintendo, or even you can just do it in Dolphin. There's a really cool practice mod that Pootage worked on that gives you a lot of tools such as position loading. You can warp to any room in the game. You can modify your inventory. It's fantastic for grinding certain rooms and areas in the game for pretty much every category. If you're looking for any guides, I recommend going to speedrun.com/mp. That's in the sidebar for this on the Prime Speedrun.com page. There's like guides and resources you can check out, including like the practice mod. So like Remy has a really good 90% tutorial. A Big F and Eagle actually has a really good movement guide that's useful for 90% as well as like 100%.
what is going on with the recording?
Oh yeah, my I'm playing a progressive scan, and this FMV is interlaced, and my HDMI adapter doesn't, or my capture card doesn't like it when it displays like that. So they'll occasionally just like gray out.
I don't like
So-
it either. So
So that's 80%. Stick around. I'm going to be doing a randomizer run just after this. I need to go set up and take a quick break before I get going.